Bonjour, comment allez-vous? Je m'appelle Rachel et Sage Beauty. Good morning, it's Rachel here. Hope you're having a good day. It's Rachel here from Sage Beauty. This is part 2 of my French Pharmacy Classic series. I recently was in France, Paris, of course, and today I'm going to do a makeup look. So I've already done my brows, I've primed my eyelids, and we're going to put some sunscreen on and some primer. I've done a short on Instagram updating on the foaming oil cleanser and the second cleanse, the mousse cleanser that also foams, from those 2 French pharmacy brands, Favoured and Demeanor, neither of which I'd ever heard of, but so far I'm loving. And this is the 4th day of using them, and I'm really pleased with how clean and fresh and not dry and my skin feels after using them. 3rd day in of using A313 French pharmacy retinol, non-prescription. I have been using a prescription retinol here in Australia for some time, about a year now. This is available over the counter in France. It's a slightly different formulation. It has a jelly emulsion, not unlike petroleum jelly base, which makes it more hydrating, more nourishing, locking in the moisture, unlike other retinols where you may have to use another cream underneath to buffer so that you don't get the redness, the sensitivities and the flaking skin. The other thing I really like about the packaging, and also pregnant women shouldn't be using retinol anyway, just thought I'd mention that. It is actually on the packaging there. The braille element, how wonderful is that? I think this is something that we should get on top of here in Australia to improve accessibility for people with a variety of abilities. And it doesn't seem a hard fix for me to put, braille on a box, which is cardboard. So, let's consider that. Let's try and do something about that here in Australia. And also the other thing I wanted to mention was the effect it had on my skin. I did notice 3rd day in, after not using any retinol for a month, there was some tingling, but no redness. So that was good. Sunscreen now, and a favorite of mine for many years is the La Roche-Posay 50 Plus for sensitive eyes. I bought more of this when I was in France recently. So I'll show you how much I use. 1 finger, 2 fingers worth. Okay, in the summer I would use 3 fingers worth. Yes, I put this on my eyelids too. It doesn't sting, it doesn't burn. There's not many sunscreens that I can say that about around my eyes. Don't need to go quite so low today because I'm wearing a high neck t-shirt. And up and over the ears. Sunscreen in winter is still important because the UV index is what we need to consider, not so much how grey or sunny it might be outside. And I'm just tapping it in there just to make sure that it's setting down. Now for some face primer. This is the Magique base from L'Oreal. This is an OG primer. It's one of those velvet silicone-y ones. It does feel great. It blurs. It really does have a wonderful texture, I believe. These sorts of primers sort of have, not quite so trendy these days. But that's not necessarily what I'm about here, as you know. I'm here to, show you things that work trendy or otherwise. But I have also noticed that on Instagram, some of the younger crowd are starting to rediscover particularly this product, because it does blur, it does hydrate, it does soften the skin. It is an excellent primer. It helps with long wear as well. It's not tacky. So for people with drier skin, definitely this is a great benefit. And I really love it, and I've used it for a long time, and yeah, try stopping me. Okay, bye. Okay, ready for eyeshadow now. I'm using the L'Oreal Singles. You know I love these already, but this is a newer shade to me. Isn't it just so pretty? Look at that. So this is a satin finish, oil-based eyeshadow. So they are crease lid friendly, okay? And if you are dry, they're also good for that. I'm not sure about if you have really oily lids. I think you would need to use quite a lot of setting powder underneath. So once you primed your lids, put a setting powder on, and that would soak up any of the oils quite well. So this is the shade Achiever, okay? It is obviously pink. Now I'm going to apply this with my finger. This is a buildable satin finish shadow. So I am going to concentrate most of it in the center lid and just sweep it through the crease like so, just out to the outer corner in a mere tap out there, but putting extra here because that is where the light hits, as you can see. I'm going to also sweep it up towards the inner brow. And I'll add another shade momentarily. So what, 30 seconds work? No brush required here, at least. So it's lightening the eye area, brightening the eye area, giving it some light and some life, and reducing the pink, of course, counteracts the blueness or the darkness on the inner corner as well, and that big vein that I have going on there. Just putting a bit more in the center lid. Okay, nice. So the other shade I'm going to use is Almighty. It's this neutral beige in a similar finish. I'm just going to put it on the same finger so that they blend. And this is going to enhance that inner corner, and I'm going to sweep it up to underneath the outer brow. And I will blend with a brush momentarily. This one I think is more shimmery than the pink. So just take note of that. Let me just find a brush here. This one will do. This is a highlighter brush anyway, so no, it's not so fluffy. So I'm just blending those two together, buffing it out a little bit. Very wearable. That accent up there I really like. I'm going to put a bit more pink on. Just merge them a bit more. Take the pink up. So this is really great if you've got hooded eyes, if you have creased lids, if you are mono lid. This is the sort of thing that you can use very easily. And you may not even need a brush at all. Okay, eyeliner next. I'm going to use one of my favourite eyeliners, the Signature Liner from L'Oreal in blue jersey. It's a true navy. So it's one of those gel eyeliners. And here it comes, okay? So I'm going to tightline first, and I'm going to tightline just by blinking and flicking. This is a method that means you can do your eyeliner with one hand, and I find that I'm less likely to stab myself in the eye. So to do the outer corner, blink and flick. Just like that, and then you get a wing. See that? You can keep building and building and building as much colour as you want to. Whoops. So we just tap that out, see? With the finger that I still got the eyeshadow on. Gone, no problem. Then we'll do the other side. Now, some people do one side at a time and then don't go back and forth, but I go back and forth because with eyeliner, I'm trying to match the eye, one eye to the other. So I want to keep stopping and checking that that is in fact what I'm doing. So this little flick out here is basically the template for the winged eye. Now you'll notice that one side is quite a lot higher than the other, so I need to address that before I forget. This eye is lower than this eye, so I'm always compensating there. And that's true for everyone. There's nobody who's got a perfectly symmetrical face. Maybe in an artwork. One springs to mind. Hence partly why the fame and of that artwork endures. Now, I didn't go to see it when I was in Paris this time. I've seen it before. I believe now you can buy tickets just to see that. And I thought, well, I've already seen it. The crowds are terrible because it's summer. I was lucky enough to see it in winter and there weren't so many people crowding around it. Okay, so that's the top done. Now I'm going to join up with the bottom lid. You can see that this liner is quite soft, not draggy, very easy to use, and a true navy, which I think contrasts with the pink really nicely. I'm just going to colour that in a little bit more, just to deepen it up a bit. Okay, that's good. Are they even on the insides there? Yes, I don't ever take the liner right in to that inner corner because I have lots of folds there and my skin, I've already got lightness there, so why would I then go and put darkness? You know what I mean? Okay, so I'm just going to get a mascara now. I'll be back in a moment. I just have the Bambi Eyes False Lash Waterproof from L'Oreal. It's not my favourite mascara, but it's okay. And waterproof mascara Great for long wear, of course. But here's my tip for you. Unless you're swimming every day, you shouldn't be wearing waterproof mascara every day, because it's like putting hairspray on your lashes, and you know that hairspray every day for your hair is not great. It builds up. It can lead to some scalp issues over time, and you need to use a special shampoo to get rid of the buildup once a week. So it's the same sort of principle with waterproof mascara. Having said that, if you want your regular mascara to hold your lashes in place better, in other words, hold the curl, use your regular mascara and then do one final coat with waterproof. And your lashes will be protected by the other mascara that you've already got on, but the waterproof mascara will allow you to hold the curl for much longer. Now you notice I very rarely curl my lashes. I don't really see much impact when I do, because my lashes are not very long anyway. It's the mascara that gives me the length. And I'm probably more about volume, to be honest, at this stage in my life. Hanging on to what I've got and making the most of it. That's what we do, don't we? I don't always put mascara on the lower lash, on the lower lid, as you may have noticed, but today I am. This mascara may be going in the bin soon. It's getting a little dry. That's the other thing with waterproof mascaras. They do dry out much faster, I find. I try to only have one waterproof mascara open at a time for that reason. I could never just have one mascara open. It's all about the mood. One day I'll be feeling like wearing blue, another day I'll be feeling like wearing brown. And then of course, good old black. So there you go, that's done. Right, let's move on to complexion now. I've got the L'Oreal True Match Nude Plumping Tinted Serum. You can see I've used quite a lot of it. This is the 1%, the foundation with 1% hyaluronic acid in it. It's just been duped by Emco Beauty, and I think Maybelline have a version of it now too. This is shade 3-4 light medium. I hate these pipettes, but you know, it's a great formula. So I will actually use 2 pipettes worth, maybe even 3, because I have a sponge. Maybe not 3, but anyway, that's okay. That's 3, that's quite a bit, isn't it? My freshly washed sponge. This is a beautiful low to low medium buildable coverage tint. It's not, strictly speaking, a foundation, but that natural skin finish you can see is really nice. Very mature skin friendly, a nice luminosity there. This True Match range is great, all of it. The original True Match and this one as well. The shade range is phenomenal. Most makeup artists have a bit of True Match in their kit, largely because of the shade range. The fact that it is a good quality formulation. You never know what, sometimes when you're doing people's makeup, you don't know what their skin is really like until you start putting on foundation. And this is very forgiving. Now, I did use all 3 of them because my sponge is quite damp. So I'll use a little bit more. And I'm on camera. I nearly always need a bit more on camera. A very natural skin finish, a lovely luminosity, very forgiving, yeah? Now, these are up around the $40 mark now, but you can sometimes get them on special on sale at, you know, Chemist Warehouse, Priceline. I don't know that Woolies stocks this particular one. No, they don't. They don't have it. Kmart, I don't think they have it either. Not my Kmart. Maybe yours does. All right, that's nice. Do I need to set it? Yes, because it is a little bit tacky on the skin. I don't have a L'Oreal or another French pharmacy setting powder, so I will do that off camera. Okay, I didn't use a concealer on the under eye area. I'm finding I don't really like it on myself so much now. But traditionally, you know, and if I'm doing a really full beat, I will use, and this is what I use on clients, L'Oreal Infallible More Than Concealer. This is amazing concealer. It is full coverage. It is beautiful formula. The shade range is excellent. Even though I haven't used a concealer under eye, I am going to use this shade, right? You can see how warm that is, 338 Honey, as a contour / bronzer. Now, less is more. Less is definitely more with this product, I can tell you that. See how little I'm using up there? I've got to be really careful here because otherwise it will go crazy in the blending. You'll see, look how far that's going. So a bit of sculpting up to the ear, because I have such a square jaw and the prominent chin. Just trying to de-emphasize that a wee bit. I don't want to end up looking like I've got a beard. No, not anymore, not since I waxed last week. The joys of menopause, hey? All right, I'm tapping the side of my nose so I don't move that product too far out of place. See what I mean about less is more? We use the clean part of the sponge now. Okay, let's do these sides. Hair in the way. Clean hair too, not anymore, hey? It is the most glorious day here today. I'm so happy. Isn't the weather like such an incredible factor in your mood, affecting your mood? It really does. Me, anyway. What about you? Of course, in Australia here, we're in the middle of winter. And Australians don't cope with winter very well. I tend to think that we are not winter-oriented culture. Our winter, you know, here in the Western Riverina is short. Mercifully short. You might say. We do get frosts. We do have some cold mornings, but generally pretty darn lucky. Not like Canberra or, you know, even Victoria, where it gets really, really cold for a longer time. See how that's still blending down my neck there? And look how pale I am, really. That self-tan that I used when I was away is well and truly gone now. So I've got a bit of warmth back in my skin. Let's dust that up a bit. Oh, that's better. You're probably watching that going, quick, do your nose before it sets. Yep. Okay, I'm going to put some more setting powder on now. The bronzer I have is also from L'Oreal, the Wild Bronze Glow in La Terra. Look at the huge pan size. This is beautiful. I reckon it's like the Guerlain one, which is obviously a lot dearer. I've only dipped into the pan once because I'm already warm enough with that concealer. You can see why I would use that photographically, because it's impactful straight away. Just got to be a little bit cautious. Now I'm liking to bring my bronzer up here a bit more now, to sort of give that, like, deflect from those, I'm not sure what that particular indentation's called. It has got a technical name. If you know what it is, tell me in the comments. That's nice. I find I have to turn my head a lot more to make sure that I've blended properly. Okay, let's do lips now. Let's do blush now instead, shall we? I don't have a French Pharmacy blush, but I do have a NARS blush. This is the Orgasm Mini. Okay, I buy this one from Mecca, I think I got it from. Stunning shade, look at that. And it does have a shift. So, and it does have a highlighter in it, so I'm only going to put it up here. Using the same brush as I used for the bronzer. So it's kind of like a blending effect as well with the brush itself. Look at that. Oh, yum. Take it towards the outer reaches of the eye there. Sort of, yeah, cool. That's what she likes. That's what she likes. So this is probably a blush topper in truth. But they don't market it that way. Just checking those eyelids, yeah, a bit of whatever. Not too worried about it. That's nice. I like that a lot. I'm just going to do a quick do-do-doot. Don't want too much glitter on my under eye area. Just to match it up though. Okay, that's looking pretty good. I'm going to put some setting spray on now. Now, this one that I have is from L'Oreal. It's not my favorite. It's the Shake and Glow Illuminating Setting Spray. So it does have a glow. It's also got a really nice mister. And it smells nice, as most L'Oreal products do. But its longevity is not amazing. So I will use another setting spray over the top after I finish this video. Okay, I'm just going to get the lip stuff now. Give me a second. Right, lips are lined. Haven't got a L'Oreal lip liner. Thought I did. Anyway, this is the lipstick I'm going to use today. It is beautiful packaging. The Colour Riche range, number 645 J Love. Stunning. Love the smell. Smells like Turkish delight to me. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that colour. Yum-o. Some people really don't like the smell of the L'Oreal lipsticks. I adore it. It's a cream satin finish. Super easy to apply. And this colour. Oh. Just make sure this side, because it's lower than this side, I have to make sure that it's lined up, and we are. Now this is not a long wear lipstick or anything like that, but yesterday I did drink and I did eat, and there was some of it still there afterwards, but I did have to reapply. Last thing I'm going to do, just because it's me and I like to be, you know, doing something a bit different, I'm going to put on a bit more eyeliner. I'm going to use a liquid eyeliner with a little paintbrush. These are great. The L'Oreal Matte Signature Eyeliner in Fuchsia, because why not go all pink, huh? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start here and merge a little bit with the navy out here. Okay, I've gone over my mascara a bit, but I don't mind that. That's kind of cute to have that pink tip. Just bring that in a little bit closer. I don't want to look like I've got pink eye. Can you see that? How they've overlaid at the outer edge there. That's what I want it to do. I'm not taking the pink all the way up to the outer flick though. Can you see that? Like so. Now these didn't get the pink tip. Now they do. Oh, I like that. That's very me. Yep, now I'm happier. I was looking a little bit bored. Okay, let's just see that everything's blended and looking good. What do we think, folks? Very wearable, perhaps without the fuchsia eyeliner, but other than that, pretty happy with that. So in France, the look is simple wing. I can tell you this because I looked at lots of people walking around. Winged eyeliner, still very big in London and in Paris, folks. So if you're still doing that, go you. Bold lip, of course. Most people I noticed were either wearing a bold lip or a winged liner and pretty much nothing else. Mind you, it is the middle of summer over there, so you know less makeup is usually more. And skincare is obviously the thing. And the emphasis on sunscreen in Europe now. Happy to see that, because a long time ago when I was there, no one was wearing sunscreen. And if they were, it was like an 8 SPF. What's the point, hey? So that's good. All right, everybody. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you again soon.